Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first matchup of the NBA Cup. There is a lot of excitement in this building tonight. Along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Got one more great treat for you folks. Joining us on our broadcast is Shams Charania. I'm so great to have you with us. Thanks for taking the time to take a seat and join us here courtside.
Star-studded group, the pleasure is all mine. I appreciate you guys so very much for having me aboard.
Look at the smile on Brent Barry's face. He is thrilled to have you here courtside with him.
Absolutely. Super excited about it.
Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Mikal Bridges.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips and all of a sudden you're locked in.
So here's Miami's starting group. Williamson out there with Gobert. Then there's Cam Johnson. Then it's Hield. And it's Morant in at point guard. And for the Pistons, you got Nick Richards. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. A tip-off goes to Detroit. Hey, Shams, the Heat seem to always be in that area of making a big move, thinking about a big move, certainly seeing what could be out there. What's your sense? Are they trying to shake up their core right now?
The Heat always feel like they are close to competing and really trying to get to the cusp of winning a championship. The question is, can they find another star player to bring to this group? Are they willing to move the assets? And do they have the complementary pieces to go get that star player? But the Heat, we've seen it over the last 4 or 5 years. They're a team that has one thing in mind, and that's winning a championship.
And they can be scary when they get to the playoffs.
Playing the regular season is one thing for this Heat group. They know when the lights are shining the brightest, they can turn it up another level in the playoffs. That's what Eric Spoelstra brings.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Morant against Gilgeous-Alexander. And then Morant slams it in.
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Bridges outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And they pick up 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Williamson. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The rebound by Richard.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Here's Morant. This game out 36 points for him. And then Morant slams it in.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pistons?
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Hey, Shams, I know you're connected throughout the NBA into a lot of front offices, but have you ever thought about maybe shifting gears a little bit and working for a team?
There is always intrigue into something like that, Kevin, but I've seen how tough the environment can be, and honestly, it is really much more fun to be talking to you on this side of the media world and the media equation of the NBA. But listen, there's always intrigue with the front office.
And a lot of opportunity. I know you're looking at it, but thank you for your honesty in that one. Here's Hart. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And Hart playing with his right now, just going all out.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for your Pistons, Josh Hart taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, I know this gets said a lot. Josh Hart plays with heart. It's true, though. This guy is a fantastic competitor, plays with energy on both ends, and it's infectious for his teammates.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Three-pointer, Hield connects from three-point range.
Wow, Hield has a beautiful release on his shot right there, just barely off of his fingertips and buttery soft.
Now here's Morant. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Hield against Bridges. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Bridges up top. Last game out, 36 points for him. And he makes that one.
Well, Bridges is down low, doing a great job of just pounding the defense. Makes the shot.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Hield right side. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Hield's got 6.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pistons trail by 3. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the night. And in last year's playoff, Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What are some of the solutions that may be being talked about that you hear about?
People certainly ask if this is a result of the 65-game rule. Is it the more physical play? Is it the consequences of the regular season? The league is going to take a wait-and-see approach to determine if this is an issue they have to fix. But they do love the results of what this has brought as far as player availability moving forward.
Yeah, they do seem sold on that 65 number, don't they?
100%. And at the end of the day, some of these injuries are flukish. There's a lot of, obviously, lower body injuries, and you can't measure that. I think the league is going to want to see more data over the next 5 to 10 years to really determine, does this rule impact the game and impact injuries?
And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat, trailing by 2. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most defensive player of the year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report.
Scoring in rhythm there. Great to see Hart shoot it without holding back.
The Heat trail by 5. Morant looking around. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Hield's got his 3rd basket of the night. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Detroit making a switch. Ware's checked in. And Miami also making a switch. Payton's checked in.
Substitution on the floor.
And taken away by Johnson. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And he misses the fast break layup.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
The Heat trail by 3, and the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try if you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two. Let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, it's not often you see someone be this impactful on the defensive end, but that's what makes him special. I mean, he's been doing all the little things that don't necessarily show up in the box score, but you can bet his coach and teammates know that he's been carrying the team with his D.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Kamara's checked in, and it's Dosumu in for Asar Thompson. No one near Peyton as he lets it go. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. Pistons trail by 3. Pass to Kamara.
All right, a chance to check out stats for DiVincenzo. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged 15 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
First one falls for him. No good on the second free throw. Miami's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. Morant against DiVincenzo. Johnson can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
We talked about expansion. That has been floated around. We know that teams would have to realign. Shams, any ideas on which teams might have to shift with expansion in the East or West?
Certainly most of the potential expansion cities, the high-level ones, have been noted as teams in the West. Maybe you have a team out east that is in the West moving into the Eastern Conference. But the league could obviously surprise everyone with a different solution. Maybe having one expansion team be an Eastern Conference team, one being a West. There's several options that Adam Silver and the NBA have.
I would think New Orleans would be one of those teams, right? Just where they are geographically. Memphis, those 2 teams are in the West, and I could see them maybe going east. Possible?
Certainly Minnesota and Memphis. Those are 2 teams that, to me, have an Eastern Conference feel.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. After the miss from Buddy Hield. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one. Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
1:29 left to play in the first. Here's Bridges, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Bridges got 6, and we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
The time is now, Pistons Nation. Give it up for your Pistons Hype Squad! A Pistons fan, now on the court, it's your Hype Squad. Everybody get loud. Let them hear you. Who wants the free t-shirt? Loud.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for Detroit. And a new group getting ready for Miami. That's who's checked in for Gobert. Williamson comes in for Johnson. Robinson's checked in for Buddy Hield. And it's Green in for Morant. 1:21 left here in the opening quarter. Williamson in the post. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pistons trail by 4. Here's DiVincenzo. Hasn't made one yet. drills it from outside.
And the shooting numbers just keep going up and up for Dante.
Miami's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Now, here is Robinson. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Kamara. Pistons passing it around. Clock at 6. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And another three for Detroit.
DiVincenzo saying, I got that too.
And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for Miami. Last time they met was in Miami.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Allison, anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
It's his first trip to the line.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
When you look around the league, how many guys would love to have half of Zion's talent? Those natural gifts are undeniable.
And both free throws good for Williamson. Hard against Payton. Now, here's Hart. Defense is right there. That one falls. Hart's got 10.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Buddy Hield has been leading the charge for the Miami Heat. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Miami's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. And Shams, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. Also, Dosumu out there. And it's Kamara in at the power forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. The Heat leading by 3. Here's Williamson. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, good luck trying to stop Zion there. He's so determined to score. When the defense gets physical with him, he comes right back at him.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
And you know what makes Zion so much fun is that I don't think there's a comp for him. The combination of power and skill, you throw in that he's a lefty, and we've never seen someone like him in the league.
Robinson for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Robinson's got the lead up to 8 now for Miami. The Piston shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Here's Ware. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Pistons have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
3 shots. 3 shots.
That free throw, no good. And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. But there's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pulling the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. Now here's Green. Scoreless thus far. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now Hart has to Ware. On the wing, Dosunmu. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Hart. 8 points his last outing. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. Good on the three-point shot. Dosumu's got 5 points so far.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
With a pause in the action, I'll show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The Heat in 5th.
This was a good group of free throw shooters last year, something they really worked on in practice. And sometimes that's the coaches calling for it, and oftentimes the players doing it by themselves.
Oh, good on that one. You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do, and this path I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I loved playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories, to be able to tell that story to the fans. I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
You're so connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. The Pistons making a change here. Topa just checked in. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Kamare. Here's the screen. And stolen by Williamson. And it's the Heat on the break. Launches it. And again, it's the Heat missing. Pistons trail by 4. Shoots off the step back and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for it.
And just a nice job there to shake free of the D inside and then drain the jumper.
Gobert finds Williamson. Back to Gobert, and that one good. And the Heat lead by 4.
And this is where you want Gobert to have the ball.
Here's Topic. DiVincenzo with it. There's a good screen. The rebound by Payton. Outside, Green. Back to Gobert. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Charity stripe shot. And it's Green. Missing. Pistons have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Topic, no good. The Heat leading by 4. Hauser the pass to Williamson. Gobert can't hit. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Dosunu, the pass to DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo, he can really get up there.
And it's the Heat with the ball. And here is Williamson. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Here's Topic, guarded by Green. To the paint, here's Ware. And no good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Payton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
CP2 being a second-generation star, that comes with some challenges, but he's definitely his own man out there on the floor.
Miami shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
The second, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Heat making a change here. And so he makes both from the line. Pistons trail by 6. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Get up, and start making some noise. Here they come. Your Pistons dancing.
Johnson, he's checked in for Miami.
Make some noise.
Pass to Ware. Here's Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Kept alive. Richards passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Bridges deciding where to go with it. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Now you have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They lead by 4. Fires for 3, drills the three-pointer. Morant's got 10 points in the game.
And that three-point shot has really evolved for Ja, becoming a bigger part of his game.
Johnson with it, picked up by Thompson. Williamson kicks to Morant. Got a piece of it. Bridges against Teal. Up top, Richard. Back to Bridges. Hits the three-point bomb. 9 points in the game so far.
Mikel really showing a nice confidence in that shot right there as his shooting percentages are trending up.
The Heat leading by 4. Here's Williamson. It's tipped. Gilgeous-Alexander against Morant. Morant with the steal. Johnson dishes to Heel. Good ball movement here by Miami. On the wing, Heel. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, right now, the defense is going to need to step up their attention on Buddy Hield. He's on fire.
Here's Williamson, and it's blocked. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Thompson. To the inside. It's stolen by Johnson. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Williamson with it. Picked up by Thompson. Back to Gobert. Johnson from outside. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 6th rebound on the night. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Gilgeous-Alexander against Morant. From down in the low post, it goes.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
There's 1:40 left in the first half of the game. Thompson outside. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Johnson. Detroit, no good that time either. Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us, gentlemen.
Sorry I was not able to break any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Let me look at you. Wait a minute. Oh, my. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he says.
You can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in.
The Heat leading by 12. Has to Gobert. 3-pointer, Heel. Rebound, Detroit. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
And that one's good, Morant.
And the level of concentration, Morant looked under control despite being under heavy duress.
Bridges outside. No good from outside. And so it's the Miami Heat enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you guys are in control right now. How's that happen?
Well, I think we've been able to get to our pace. We've been active defensively, so we just have to maintain our focus and keep trying to be in an attack mode, both ends of the court.
You guys are built for this, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
Well, right now for the Heat, they're finding out anyone can win on any night. That said, once they've adjusted, watch out. Lots of firepower on this roster.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Heat.
They're up because of the three-point shot, scoring in bunches. It also opens up things down low.
And that's something to watch for. Does the defense extend to where guys start going inside?
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Buddy Hield.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
On the floor for Miami, Zion Williamson is out there with Cameron Johnson. Then it's Morant, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Hield in at the two-guard spot. Now Hart shoots from 12, and there's another one for the Pistons.
This is the area Hart likes to shoot it. He doesn't take a ton of threes.
Here's Morant. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
The Heat have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
That's good from Morant. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the Heat. Hield outside. Misses the three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hart. Takes a three. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Hart does a little bit of everything on the offensive end. He creates, he can score. This time knocks down the three.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
Get ready, everybody. See it set on the screen. And ready, let's go! That's in the seat. You got the ball on you right now.
The Heat making a switch here. Payton's checked in.
Heat substitution.
With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. The Heat third.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Morant against Gilgeous-Alexander. Morant passes to Hield. Miami no good on that time either. Pistons trail by 11. Knocks it loose. It's taken away by Payton. Williamson with it. Picked up by Thompson. Morant dishes to Payton. Back to Morant. Again, the miss by the Heat. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half.
Not stopping on his way in. Hart going through the defense.
Now here's Morant. He's got 17. And he tried. Oh!
Man, fans love it. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Now, here's Bridges. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Hield. Over Bridges. Hield can't hit. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Hield.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And there it is for him.
And what a show Morant is putting on. Every time he touches the ball, you feel like he's going to score.
Pistons trail by 13. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA, thanks.
Clearly a foul.
Zion Williamson, first personal foul.
Brent, something the Detroit Pistons unit does so well is push the pace in their games.
Yeah, you love to lean into young players and that vibrant athleticism, but you also have to understand that playing fast comes with quick decision making, and sometimes those don't always go hand in hand. The experience that these guys will have in their growth together and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other, that's going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
He hits both from the stripe. One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're gonna grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Morant with it, picked up by Thompson. And here's Johnson outside. Detroit with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds in the game. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Here's Hield. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Yeah, how about Hield? Staying through contact right there, finds a way to get the ball to the rim, and that one goes.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. He's checked in for Cameron Johnson.
For your Pistons, Coach Squad.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Detroit. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Rudy Gobert. Hey, what's the news?
Hey guys, I got an update from the head athletic trainer of the Heat, and unfortunately it sounds pretty serious. Now, it's just November, so they do have some time to make adjustments, but it's a blow nonetheless. Guys?
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
Yeah, we always think about when players go down, how terrible a blow it can be for the team. We wish him well and hope he's on the floor quickly.
Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Like 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
And here is Hart, following Ja Morant's 3. Three-pointer. Not as good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Hart.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Now here's Morant. 24 points for him. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Hart gets to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Thompson. Here's Bridges. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. Miami leading by 9. Payton in the corner. Back to Morant. And there's the drive. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Toronto Raptors.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Where good.
And sometimes the simplest play is the best one. DiVincenzo made it.
The Heat leading by 7. Morant right side. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Now an all-NBA caliber talent, Morant still feels like he has room to improve.
The Heat have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second-half shooting percentage right at 50%.
He's got to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Now here's Dosunmu. He's got 5. Driving the lane, goes up and lays it nice and easy. Dosunmu's got 7 points.
Terrific effort from him really all night, yet despite his supreme marksmanship, they're still operating at a deficit.
The Heat leading by 9. On the wing, Payton. Defended by Dosunmu. And that one's good, Morant.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Detroit's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And Metu gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Pistons making a change here. Kamar is checked in. The Heat also changing it up. Lopez comes in for Zion Williamson. And it's Green in for Buddy Hield. DiVincenzo passes to Ware. From deep. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from DiVincenzo.
And this is where the coaching staff applauding the way that Dante right now aggressively is shooting the ball off the catch and shoot.
Morant with a wide open look. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. DiVincenzo passes to Dosunmu. 1:37 left in the third quarter. To the middle, shot clock at 3. Lopez with the block.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Mikal Bridges. Chris Boucher's checked in for the Heat. Miami leading by 8. Morant with it. He has 31. Pass to Green. The 10-footer. That one a little long. Detroit's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Morant finds Payton. Back to Morant. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
He shot 3 of 5 from the line.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And the Pistons making a change here. Branham's checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Huff's checked in. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town. And those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Pistons have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Miami. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Medu. Let's go. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Green's got his first basket of the night. Here's Branham, guarded by Green. And a missed layup. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Heat lead by 11. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Dosunmu, and it's Kamare in at the fourth. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Well, he wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Here's DiVincenzo. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's great to see Dante out there on the break. When he gets his steps together like that, he can attack the rim.
Miami leading by 9. Pass to Williamson. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 9 rebounds now tonight. DiVincenzo against Green. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
DiVincenzo has to be agile on the interior, and that time finds a way to get it done.
Here's Williamson. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pistons passing it around. Now here's Dosunmu, covered by Payton. Epic goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Ware.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Green, no luck.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look
at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Miami leading by 5. Payton passes to Williamson. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 4 assists now tonight.
Inside Zion, just a monster. He can go over or through opposition.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Kamare, covered by Williamson. Branham can't get it to go. For Miami, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Robinson for 3, traps in the tray. And now it's a 10-point Heat lead.
Well, something Robinson is very good at, finding shots he wants to take at the three-point line.
Green against DiVincenzo. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's taken away by Payton. In transition, here comes Miami. Green finds Payton. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Heat lead by 12.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Here's Dosunmu. The Heat getting the bucket, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
And the foul called on Ayo Dosunmu. That's foul number 2 for him. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
Give a big round of applause for your Pistons Youth Dance Team.
Checked in for Detroit. Heat also with the sub. On a heel, he's checked in for Duncan Robinson. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Now, here's DiVincenzo. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul. 1st team foul. Substitution on the floor.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. 6 to shoot. Pass to Richards. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
It's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Green, no luck. Pistons trail by 12. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
People talk about 3-and-D with Bridges, but he can pass it too.
And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the Heat. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Here's Thompson. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Bridges, no one around him. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down 3, he can add it to the list.
Williamson kicks to Payton. Pass to Medu. Heat moving the ball around. 3-pointer, Hield. Sinks the 3-pointer. Hield's got 25 points.
I mean, he is bringing his game, guys. Another jumper from distance.
Here's Gilgeous Alexander. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Never dialed back. SGA determined on the finish.
Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
6 on the shot clock. Medu passes to Green. And again, Miami with the triple.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Now, here's Hart. And he converts the layup. He's got 25.
And we don't see this too often, but Hart getting it going here and catching fire.
Miami leading by 10. Inside. Got a hand on it.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Bridges for 3. And they get it back. Thompson misses. Heat have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Green dishes to Payton. Williamson looking it over. And Williamson throws it down.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're big or small. You do not want to go toe-to-toe with Zion on the inside.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hart. This one for 3. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. Williamson against Hart. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. And some changes here for the Heat. Gobert, he's checked in for Metu. Johnson comes in for Payton. And it's John Morant in for Green. Pistons trail by 9. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Now, here's Bridges. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Morant. And he comes up with the deuce. Morant's got 38 points.
Out in the open court, few defenders can match up with Morant. He's too fast and skilled.
Time running out for the Pistons. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Thompson. Off target from outside. Miami's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Morant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, easy call.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after.
And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly. Gilgeous-Alexander comes at you in a lot of ways. There's floaters and pull-ups and drives. Pretty gifted offensive player.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. Healed the pass to Gobert. Out to Morant. Miami no good on that time either. Pistons trail by 12. Thompson left side. Miami grabs the miss. Williamson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. That's tipped. Bridges against Hield. Bridges shot good.
Now their plan working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Heat.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ja Morant.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
One shot.
That's good from Morant.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Miami with the rebound. Hield outside. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Assad Thompson with the assist.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And tonight, not just a regular season win, it also counts in the NBA Cup standing.
And if you look at the teams that advance in the Cup, you normally have to win this first game, so they're off to a strong start.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Ja Morant.